What city or country did you feel the least safe in? Manila. Considering I was robbed at knife point there, and was never robbed anywhere else in the world, that makes sense. South side of Chicago. A cop pulled me over. Why? To warn me. He told me I shouldn't stop for red lights, but to keep driving and to get out of that area. That happened back in the early 1990s. Think about that. I stopped at a red light, and that's why a cop pulled me over, to tell me it wasn't safe for me to be stopped in that neighborhood, so I should just keep going and not stop at red lights on my way out of there. Delhi. Miami, Florida so far. Thought we can walk that 15 km from the bus station to the Super Blue Museum. Bad idea. We got stared at, people driving up to us in their cars just stopping right beside us and lowering their windows. A goddamn free pit bull came running towards us, and two ladies told us quite politely to get the fuck to the other side of the street. We took that advice. We couldn't find any taxis, and the only cop cars we saw were parked with their K9 unit out of a house. I've been traveling solo, also in some pretty sketchy parts of Asia and Eastern Europe, but never in my life did I feel like this. The switch from okay-looking neighborhood to homeless camp on the street by just taking one corner really shocked me the most. I was just grateful that my girlfriend also kept her cool. Memphis TN for short. Jamaica. Haiti. Probably LA. Blew a tire on the freeway. Closest off-ramp went straight into the heart of the hood. Not a great place to try to change a tire on a car trailer. North Philly lol. St. Louis was pretty damn sketchy. Reno, NV in broad daylight. In the middle of the day outside of a casino. Bangladesh. I was chased by a group of about 4-5 people through Harlem and YC rather than the original Harlem in NL at about 2 a.m., so I didn't feel super safe at that particular moment. I lived only a few blocks away. Fortunately, I'm a pretty good runner. Memphis 100. Brazil. Just lots of drug addicts everywhere, people on the street harassing you, armed police in a lot of places, generally hostile vibes, and I felt like someone was out to get me. Couple of us took a bus to Augusta, GA from Fort Gordon. This was 40 years ago and didn't really know where we were going, ended up in a really sketchy neighborhood where people just stared at us and then some yelling "you lost white boy." Close second was walking in a neighborhood in Milan, Italy near the airport, no streetlights, run-down buildings, was just waiting to get jumped. Athens been there 3 times and had trouble every time, plus shit attitudes around a LOT. I've traveled the wild quite a bit, and it's the least enjoyable and least safe feeling place I've been. Brazil, both Sao Paulo and Rio. The country has a huge amount of poverty and very high crime. Been to a lot of countries, including Egypt. The most unsafe was San Juan, Puerto Rico. The violent crime rate in PR is so high, they don't include in the stats for the US, because it would throw off the stats for the rest of the country. Uganda, Jamaica, Nicaragua, Colombia, Zimbabwe, and I've definitely been in some rough areas in Ecuador.